In this demonstration, we'll take you through how to use the pre-processing of data in the staging environment before pushing it into the live production environment of CluedIn. Let's upload a file. In this case, I'm going to pull on our employee data and put it in a folder called data. Review that file and take a look at the 100 rows of data we're working with. Now, those of you who have worked with CluedIn know that we could just map this, process it into the platform, and use some of the other data cleaning tools that we have to fix this data. But there are cases where we actually might want to fix certain data quality problems before we push them into the production system. So let's go ahead and use the preparation feature of CluedIn. You'll see that it asks that it must be mapped before we can start preparing the data. So let's go and map the data. And in this case, we're talking about employees. Now, the concept of an employee doesn't ship out of the box with CluedIn, but we can easily create this concept on the fly. No need to stop, create tables, create schemas. This can all be done on the fly with CluedIn Zero modeling. Let's go and create that mapping. Let's edit the mapping and just make sure that we want the full name of the employee to be used as the name of the record. It's automatically detected that the email and the ID columns can both be used to uniquely refer to those employees, which is correct. Now, with our mapping done, if we head to our preparation screen, our Prepare Dataset button should be enabled. In here, we're going to fix some casing. Let's click Prepare Data, and it will set up an isolated environment for my end users to be pre-processing of the data before we push it in. So for example, we might want to say that we're wanting to maybe something like lowercase all of the genders here. So let's go ahead and we use the drop-down functions here. Let's move all of these to lowercase. You can see the change has been done. Let's also change, let's change the last name, and we're all just going to put the transformation to uppercase for all of these. As you can see from the drop-down features, there's a lot more advanced features that you can use. For example, our clustering. This allows us to compare similar values. We can change the thresholds of what we're willing to accept. In this case, we might actually want to say that both of these, let's click on this, both of these values should actually be turned into biostatistician 2. In fact, why don't we just change it to biostatistician before it gets pushed into the platform? And once again, those changes are made, and we can now process this data into the platform. Now, by processing this data, it means that we don't actually have to process it like we have been in the other file uploads and ingestion endpoints. This is going to bypass that process and do it for us. So let's click Process, and let's commit. And you can see that the project has been auto-archived for me. If I head back to my original data source, we can see that the status of the preparation project is done. And if we head to our processing, you can actually see that it's submitted those 100 records to the platform. If we head over to our search, we can start to see that our employee data is coming in, and it will have the changes such as the lower casing that we saw with our preparation project.